Hello pupils, nice to come your way again. How was your weekend? I hope it was fine. Yes, mine was beautiful. You're welcome to a new week. And for this week on social studies, we are going to look at this topic. Our religion, other people's belief, and tradition. Before we move to the main lesson, let's look at the specific objectives. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to define religion, mention the major religions in Nigeria, state the similarities of all the religions, and state ways in which religions differ. First, let's look at what is religion. We say religion is the belief in the existence of God. And we have three major religions in Nigeria. They are Christianity, Islam, and African traditional religion. We are going to explain these religions one after the other. First, let's look at Christianity. Christianity is a religion which was introduced by Jesus Christ, and the worshippers of this religion are known as Christians, which means follower of Christ. The Christians use a book of teaching called the Holy Bible, and they worship God in a building called a church. And Christians go to church for their worship service on Sunday. And we have different denominations. Such of them are Catholic, Methodist, Pentecostal, etc. And also a Christian man is expected to marry only one wife. When we look at how Christianity was brought into Nigeria, Christianity was brought into Nigeria from other countries. Now let's look at the Islamic religion. When we talk about Islamic religion, it's a religion recognized in Nigeria. The Islam faithful and followers of Islam are called Muslims. Islam is a religion introduced by Prophet Muhammad, and the holy book of the Muslim is called the Quran. They worship God in a building called a mosque, and their major worship day is on Friday. And a Muslim man is allowed to marry up to 4 wives if he can care or love them equally. Muslims are expected to pray 5 times in a day, and they make use of a string of beads for their prayers. Like Christianity was brought into Nigeria from other countries, that's how Islam was being brought into Nigeria from other countries. Now let's look at the African traditional religion. When we talk about African traditional religion, it started in an ancient communities and was introduced by the founder of such communities. The believers of this African traditional religion worship God through lesser gods and goddesses because they believe that these gods and goddesses are servants of God. Examples of such gods and goddesses in Nigeria are Amadewa, which is the god of thunder, and we have Ogun, which is the god of iron. We have Olugun, which is the water goddess. And the believers of this religion worship at a place called shrine. And this shrine is being headed by a chief priest. And the priest tells the worshippers what to do and which days to worship. And they make use of some materials like kola nuts, palm oil, gold, native chalk, and pieces of white cloth to save their gods and goddesses. Now let's look at ways in which all religions are similar. That's the similarities between the 3 religions. 1. All religions believe in one supreme being. like the Muslims, the Christians, the African traditional worshippers. They believe in one supreme being, which is God. And number 2 says all religions have special places of worship. For instance, the Christians, their special place of worship is the church. And Muslims, their special place of worship is the mosque. While the African traditional worshippers, their special place of worship is the shrine. And number 3 says they believe that people should live peacefully with each other. Yes, all the religions we have mentioned, they preach about peace, and they believe their followers should live in peace with one another. Now let's look at ways in which religions differ. That is the differences between the 3 religions. Number 1, they have different names for the supreme being that they worship. For instance, the Muslim call their supreme being Allah. The Christians call their supreme being God. And while the traditional worshippers call their supreme, they call their supreme being. And number 2, they have different places of worship. Like the Christians, they worship in church. The Muslims, they worship in the mosque. While the traditional worshippers worship in the shrine. And number 3, they have different methods of worship. Yes, some will stand while worshiping their God. Some will kneel while worshiping their God. While some will lie with their faces on the ground while worshiping their gods. Then we have number 4. They use different materials for worship. Like Christians, they make use of Bible for their worship. And Muslims, they make use of strings of beads for their worship. While those who worship idols use blood of animals, kola, to render their worship to their gods. Now, before I end my class, let's go back to the lesson. First, we talk about religion. We say religion is the belief in the existence of God. And we mentioned 3 major religions in Nigeria. And those religions are Christianity, Islam, and African traditional religion. And we talk about similarities between the 3 religions. When I said all religions believe in supreme being, they also have special places of worship. And they believe that people should live in peace with one another. And we also mentioned the differences between the 3 religions. First, I said the various religions have different names for their supreme being, which is God. And also they have different places of worship. They use different materials for their worship. And also they have different methods of worship. I hope you enjoyed the class. And this is your homework. Number 1 says, what is religion? Number 2 says, mention the 3 major religions in Nigeria. And number 3 says, state 2 differences between the 3 religions. For your homework, you can submit your homework to me privately, or you post it on the group chat, or you bring it to school for marking. Stay safe and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.